I think we are live and it's still preparing. You all know my interviews. I just keep preparing for that echo thing to stop. I haven't learned it yet. I don't have time now to learn as well. But somebody will come to my computer one day and tell me it's just loading, it's loading, it's loading, and it's just going to start. And there we go. So we are live. I am so excited to bring my next batch of these incredible women I've got to know. And I always say that I know some of them from before. I've got to know some now. But when you do this whole thing together, you get to know them so much more. You get to know them, um, you know how they are going to flower out of what they think, and then they transform, and so many things around them change. I keep watching not only how they are photographing themselves, but I just keep watching their profiles, and I just keep watching how they're showing up, and everything gets better and better and better. And then we have this final showcase day where, like a proud mom, I stand here and I'm like, what incredible work. Is it possible? Is it really possible to take your phones and explore yourself and express yourself and move forward and become so free in your body? It's possible. So I am introducing my next batch and I am going to start. Francis is here, Kavita is here. Hi ladies, hello. Francis, thank you for always cheering us up and being there. And you were here last time. Now the next batch's turn. I'm going to share my screen and I'm just going to talk. We are waiting for Debbie. She has to join in. So in the middle, we will join Debbie. I'm going to share screen now, and don't mind my Donna is here as well. These are our ambassadors. They're going to be ambassadors. Donna, Francis, Lucy, Terry's, all of them are going to be ambassadors from the first batch forever. They've decided to support everybody who comes in self-portrait group whenever they can, and they're just being very amazing. So they're here to support all of you in the comments as well. We are going to go. Okay, don't mind my very, very busy screen because I am very, very busy with lots of things. So don't mind that. And we're going to start from here and we present our screen. One day I'll do it very, very professionally, I promise. Nobody will know that I don't know all these things yet very well. All right, so 9 visual voices. Let me tell you who all joined this time. It was Sarah K. Chillian, Debbie Prediger, Victoria McRae, Brittany Anderson, Carmen Waltz, Farida Venkat, Anjana Hagdar, Patty, Shikha Khanna, always joining in. I am just putting myself with them because I always want my batch to know that it is equally unnerving for me as a person who's heading it and leading it, to take from phones, to be at places. I It's a process. It takes time. We have been I've been on it for years myself, internally and externally, almost a year and a half leading this movement. But the but again comes, the chat again comes, everything comes, and I'm like, oh God, we must do it, we must express, we must go ahead. So it takes lifetime, and everybody knows the programming that happens when you get into it takes a lot of hard work and practice to do it. And people who are stepping into self-portrait, I actually think they are very courageous. The reason why I think it takes a lot of courage to do that is because they are going to stop from their daily routine. They're going to stop from a lot of stuff that's happening. They're going to stop from the chatter. They're going to stop from all the talk they didn't even know they had, and then step in and express, and then come out in the world to say that we're expressing visually. So thank you so much for trusting this process and shining. I really love you guys all. It was a beautiful process to see, and it's showcase time. And as usual, a lot of new people keep joining my profile, so I need to quickly introduce myself. I'm a portrait photographer for like 25 years. I've been working with children and mothers, musicians, artists. I've been photographing them for 25 years. I'm India's first baby and child photographer. I started it, that's how papers quoted it about 22, 23 years back. Um, Nobody had heard of women photographers getting in at that time, and that to a 19 or 18-year-old saying that I want to be a full-time photographer. Like people were, I had a big joint family and they were pretty shocked that, what do you mean by you want to be a photographer? There is no career as, I was from a business class family. And my dad was a sweetheart. He's like, we'll see where you land, but I did landed up in a great place and led even baby photography in this country. So some of the musicians and poets, I've worked with almost 400 plus poets and photographed them. My work is all natural light work, and that's where the self-portrait movement has emerged out of. Because when I saw these women, they could never take their own pictures, and I could not be available for them all the time. And when COVID happened, I realized I could take this gift to women across the world, and because it's more the mindset thing, technique, photography, you can learn, but the soul coming out can only happen when you connect. And I wanted that connection to go pan around the world. And my husband, who's seen me working about 15 years now, both the showcase, when he saw, he says, why does it look like you've taken these pictures? And that's my biggest achievement, because he thinks that what I could do, I have been able to transfer it to my students, and now they can do it themselves. So they don't need me to be in these places, and I can impact more people to start seeing this. Because whenever people came in front of my camera, and it was always a situation that I didn't know what was happening around me. I was very lost, and whatever emerged always was emotions and light. And I used to be in awe of, when I should finish my shoots, I was be like, what did I just do? I didn't know what was happening. So it was a dance with the light that was happening within and outside, and that's how these pictures had emerged. Then I got into iPhone photography, and why I'm telling you all this is that this is a journey that I've taken, and that's how I lead. I got iPhone, and then the world changed, and these are some of the iPhone pictures taken when I used to travel. So that's how I've compiled my work with women and children and my iPhone, and compiled it into a self-portrait workshop. And that's how we've reached here. This is a short introduction of me, and it's the showcase time. So if the drum rolling, I used to put music, but Facebook has started to give me warnings that don't put music, it's copyright music, etc. So they don't allow you to play it, and they mute your stuff, or sometimes not even allow you to show it. So no music, but believe me, internally I'm dancing with all the music, and drum rolling is happening. And I am very, very proud to introduce my first speaker, Carmen. And Carmen is, she's just, I mean, she doesn't actively speak a lot in the session, but just the way she embraced light, just the way she started to feel light, I could feel when she stepped out and felt the light. I could feel that she was embracing everything we were talking about and internalizing it, and came out with this brilliant picture one fine day. So here goes, Carmen. The stage is yours. Unmute yourself and please introduce yourself and tell everybody about your journey. Carmen and her picture. Okay, okay, 1 second. Sorry, I have to. Okay, you guys carry on. I'm just going to take this voice.
So I'm Carmen Walsh, and I live in Pennsylvania. And I actually have done photography in the past, but never of people, or hardly ever of people, and certainly not of myself. And this was an incredible experience of learning that the picture is not about what's on the outside, really. It's about the feeling of it. And what I learned in this, and I feel like I should wait for her to get back before I share this, is that it's all about the feeling. So in setting up the picture, it's what's the feeling that I want this to portray and to capture and to feel it first. And then, then you take the picture. And I learned that partially by looking at pictures that I loved of myself, which doesn't happen a lot, right? So looking back at old pictures, finding ones that I really did like, well, why did I like them? And it was the feeling of the picture. You know, I looked at a picture where I thought I could, if I could detach myself from the feeling of the picture, I could criticize my physical appearance. But because I could not detach from the emotion of it, I'm just like, look how happy I am. And that was a big realization for me, is that it's all about the feeling. Um, and so that's just been brilliant. The picture that we chose for this showcase, I love because one, it was a day I took actually off work to play and to play with these portraits. And I just walked in a place that I loved, and the water was level was low, so I was able to go out where a place I normally couldn't walk out, and I was just pausing to feel the light, to see what would come, and that's actually I've been in a position in my life recently, the last couple of years, of self-development and figuring out what I actually want to do with my life. And so I feel like this picture is just perfect because it's that, hey, I'm in a place where, you know, this is good, this feels good, and I'm patiently waiting for whatever gifts are on their way. So I adore this, and I learned to not be so critical of myself, and not see the outside and just really see the inside. And, you know, I think with all of us, that's so beautiful. And, you know, basically my message to the world at this point is do what you love. And if you don't know what that is yet, just slow down, take it easy, breathe, and have fun, you know, and then it'll come. So I feel like that the picture really does represent that, and I love that. So thank you.
Okay. Me and my tech. Sorry, guys.
No
I
worries.
also have a baby who just woke up like 20 minutes back, and he will keep stepping in. But as I'm heading a mother's movement, I make this part of my lives as well. Carmen, I just think you're just so beautiful, and you know, every time you closed your eyes and I've not met anybody like I've been talking about feeling light forever in my workshops, but probably you're the first person who jumped into it, just feeling it in every picture, you know, and trying to understand that this light, which we don't see, but we see, is actually very real. You know, we see light, but we can't catch it, we can't touch it, and we don't consciously follow it, or as I say, we don't dance with it, we don't follow it. I'm literally a follower of light. Wherever the light keeps coming, my eyes just keep going the whole day. And you definitely followed that trail of light, and you always embraced it through the windows, you know, walking. And when this picture came, like it just set down for me. I'm like, this is who Carmen is, and it just came across. And when you come across who you are, of course, because I've just trained for 22 years, I could see it very clearly. So very, very proud of you, Carmen. Thank you for stepping into it. This is just the beginning. We have to do a lot of work. The chatter comes back. The chatter keeps telling us that I just think this is waste of time. What are you doing? But when we achieve what we've achieved here, we know that what we mean by visual expression and how important it is to release and become free through that. Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
Can I say
Yeah,
one?
yeah, please.
The day I was taking that, I actually, I jumped up and down and was taking pictures of me like in the air. I was being completely just silly and having fun. And that's not something that I have done a lot in the last couple decades. So that just the process of the workshop in itself, I think helped me get that back. So that was
I'm glad, and thank you so much. Thank you so much, Carmen, for doing that. And just to mention, as a lot of people are still watching on the profile or will watch the replay, also know Run for Mums is going on. And I was walking a path, and when I came back, I got a call that my younger one is crying, so come back. So I tried to go very fast, and there was a path in which the sprinklers were on. And they didn't look in my video or when I put the video, but there were sprinklers on. And if I would have taken a turn back, it would have taken me 25 minutes extra to just take that long thing to reach. That was the only shortcut I could have been there when he was unsettled. So I was like, people were watching me, and there were these gardeners everywhere watching me. It was hot, and they're like, "She's not going to go through that." And I'm like, "Okay, I have to get through this." And I started hopping and I started jumping through that stairs. I put that video. I was so wet with sprinklers, but by the time I exit, it was just like about 20 steps down. But by the time I exited it, I was just like, wow, the side effects of run is this as well, you know? You could just, and I never felt more refreshing. I was not well and I felt so refreshing. So when you're talking about jumping, I can relate to it because it's been years that we've gone through sprinklers. I mean, I'm sure my son was there. He would have just run through it and said, oh, just forget about it. And then I walked absolutely soaked wet, people watching me, that she is walking totally soaked wet from where in this heat. But I think what we are creating here, whether this is self portrait, Run for Moms, Mother's Book, we're just creating to come back to life and start embracing it. So thank you for embracing it back, Carmen. It means a lot that this workshop helped you beyond just taking visual pictures. Thank you so much. All right, Brittany is there next. I'm sharing screen. Brittany, I can't see you, but Brittany, I must introduce. I've been working with Brittany one to one as well, and um, uh, when I met her, I've just her gentle voice. She heads a feminine, she's a feminine energy coach, and if I'm right, that's the word, Brittany, for your coaching. And she's so gentle and she's so patient, and I just love the way she embraces, this whole thing with so much patience. And I'm very proud to, introduce her because I have, after a long time, met a person with such open arms, and me being always scattered with my children, timing this, that, running around. She's always embraced it with open arms, and then I told her that she must do this workshop as well, and she came in, and that's where the change happened because when you do it together, she got inspired, and there where we got that unbelievable picture. When I saw it, I was like, it blew my mind away. So here is the next picture for Brittany. Brittany, the stage is yours. Uh, Go ahead.
Thank you. I love it. Yeah, so I'm a feminine wellness coach, and feminine energy is a part of what I do, but I also focus on vaginal and hormonal health. So it's really tapping into the full extent of being feminine, and there's a balance with that. And coming in, when I first was working with you, I really struggled with showing that in my photos. It was almost forced. And so that was kind of the journey. It's like, how do I express this feminine that I am embodying who I am? And as a natural beauty woman, that we all are, how do I express that in my photos? And I was just having the hardest time. So this workshop really helped me see, kind of like what Carmen's saying, like really connecting with the emotion and not so much trying to force the angle, the lighting, the rigid, like, okay, I got to stand very still and smile. This photo I really, really love because what was taught is really just movement, expression, capture yourself in just whatever moment you're in. And something that is taught in this is lighting, of how to use it for your benefit when it's happening. And so I took that learning, and it was a perfect timing in my kitchen of the light just hitting just right. And I was like, you know what? I had this little clicker thing on my phone. It's like Bluetooth. And I'm like, I'm just going to dance and just feel expression and light, and just have fun in this warm light just glowing on my body. And so I took like thousands of pictures. But this one just really spoke into who I am as a person, but also as a woman and as a feminine wellness coach. And I just it just hit everything. And like every single time I see it, I'm like, I love it. It just absolutely makes me smile. It makes me giddy. So thank you so much for breaking me out of my shell. And yes, I like love this workshop so much. You women, oh my gosh, you have inspired me so much. I loved being able to see your guys' journey because it just up leveled mine. I was like, oh, okay, I see what she's doing in this photo. Let me play around with that. Let me see if I can mimic that for myself, you know, and it was just beautiful. I truly am so thankful for this experience.
Thank you, Brittany. And I know that when we started, there were a lot of question marks. I don't know, this is the right thing. When we start, a lot of time people also think it's about photography. It's about, I'm going to step in and start teaching photography. I'm going to start telling you, use this camera, do this light, and that's how you get a picture. But nobody knows what they're up for when they enter the workshop. It totally changes, and they're just going through a totally different tangent because, yes, it's about photography, but you reach to that place with this journey that you have to take. Otherwise, you can't reach the place that I want you to reach through your self portrait. So, that journey is the most important part, and doing it together really does it. And Brittany, it was a pleasure seeing you starting from where you did and now how you are. And I know that it's just started for you. You're just getting more and more excited. The good achievement for me is that everybody's getting excited to do the next. We might have time, we might not, but whenever we do, we have a tool right here to, recently Zara had posted a post, and she is a healer and she also works with spirits. And then she was not feeling very well, and I think she had posted a beautiful post about how she saw orbs in her pictures and she could connect to it, and how she became very light after taking her own self portraits. That's a beautiful post. And of course, Zara is first batch, and it's been 2-3 months. So believe me, this is just going to go forward. One fine day, you'll be just sitting and you'll just try to explore, and you will feel like expressing. And then nothing better than expressing yourself visually and just letting yourself loose. Thank you, Brittany, for trusting me and taking this process. All right, we are another superstar. Devi is she. This is the first time I'm not. I'm a little worried actually because Devi is never not there. Devi is always there, even before everybody else is there. Devi is always there. Probably sometimes to remind me, Shikha, your time has come. Get up. You know you're almost there, and there's a message. Devi has joined in, and I sometimes am like, oh my God, Devi joined in, and we need to go. So I am still sending her a message. We'll come back to Debbie, but that's a beautiful Debbie. And while she's not here, if she comes in, we will let her get her stage for this. I hope everything is okay with her because this is not a usual Debbie situation. But Debbie and her beautiful soul, Debbie is somebody who has stepped in, embracing and inspiring everybody in groups and going ahead and taking the charge and exploring and being vulnerable, and being very truthful how she felt about it. Is she okay? Is this fine? She would post, she would try. And I remember first time when Debbie heard about it, almost, I think it's been almost 7, 8, 10 months. First time when she heard about the self-portrait, she was still rocking her granddaughter in her lap, and she's like, "What are you just saying about self-portrait? It's a tool of transformation." And she had this look as if she exactly knew what I was talking about. She's been a photographer, but she was just in awe of it since then, and she stepped into not only embracing self-portrait, but the movement and helping everybody, because she, I think, is one of the people who internally also knows that what this movement is going to bring, and how self-portrait will be this tool that will free people in their bodies, will allow people to express. Why are we so, we're still, with so much inner work, we're still carrying ourselves so heavy. We're still carrying ourselves so heavy because, yes, we are dropping our past, we are dropping our situations, we are working on all the things that were outwardly, and we are working very hard on that. But for a very long time, we still keep carrying the effects of whatever happened to us. And then that carrying is very heavy. So the idea of self-portrait is that last tool, when you've done your inner work, that last tool that releases you, and you can just fly like a bird and say, I don't care, I'm just going to express. And when that I don't care comes, it actually turns out, even like people think that when you don't care, the pictures are not going to be good. But when you don't care, the pictures actually really come out much, much, much better than when you really care about how the hair is, how the light is, how everything else is. And that's what Debbie is all about. Debbie stepped into it fully, and then she just came up with this picture. I'm very, very proud of her, and I deeply love her for everything that she's doing for us, for the movement, for people, and her mission. And she's been very, very supportive to everybody. Debbie, when you watch the replay, know that we are totally missing you, and I hope everything is okay. And then I'm going to just move on to our next beautiful, beautiful, beautiful star, Patty. Patty, I can't say enough about this picture. I don't know, when I saw it, Patty, I just couldn't believe that within a day you jumped into your essence like that. And even if it was years that you played with it, it was so long that you tried to do it, but just the joy, just what comes out of this picture, it's no more your picture. It is the picture that is going to give joy to many people. It's panning out, and I don't know whether you see the effect of it, but I do. So the stage is all yours, Patty. This is a gorgeous picture, and I like, honestly, can I secretly tell you, I like to see it when I'm feeling a little low sometimes, because I'm like, I wish I had snow, and I wish I could just like be like this happy, even if it's a momentary thing that you felt, but we saw it and we feel it. The stage is all yours, Debbie. Patty, we love you, and go ahead and talk about your journey.
I really feel humbled to be here with all of you, and especially with you, Shika, because you just know how to love on us, and that love on us is really, I'll speak for myself, is what helped me to even do every single thing that I did. Just that love on feeling of this is the life that we are living, and if I'm looking at a picture of myself and I like it or don't, or I can't capture myself and why can't I, it really goes back to that, who am I? And I am a person who gets excited by little things. And one night when I was angsting, midweek over this process, and it started snowing, and I thought, I love snow. Snow makes me just feel in awe of life, totally in awe of life. So I went outside and I just took these pictures, and the snow was coming down a lot. And I'm glad that you like this picture. I do feel like it expresses me. It's this, who am I? I'm an exuberant person who is positive, and I didn't really like the picture that much until you told me that you liked the picture. Isn't that sort of funny? But it does express me, and this idea of who am I and why am I living? And I am living to be happy in the small moments, and I am living to be myself, and I am living to celebrate. And it's easy for me to forget that. And it also is what I really believe. So I have a business called the Mosaic Effect, and one of those elements of the Mosaic Effect is, if you think of a mosaic effect as a picture, and you see one, it's mixed up pieces, it's broken pieces, it's shiny pieces, it's colorful pieces, it's all of those things. And if my life is like a mosaic and your life is like a mosaic, they're all beautiful. So when I come to taking a picture, if I can think of that for myself and unleash that place where you've all mentioned before, it's a feeling. Yes, it's so much. The picture is a feeling. It's like, who am I? Carmen, you said that so well. You're jumping around, and who am I? You captured what you were looking for in that picture. And so I thank you for this opportunity. And if I'm thinking about a message, is I want for myself and for all of us to live as many joyful and happy moments as we can, doing what we love, even if it's as simple of a thing as going out when it's snowing and marveling that in that moment it just happened. So that's what I have to say. Thank you.
Um, Thank you so much, Patty. And sometimes we just, we've just got caught up in a lot of limiting beliefs that we are taking these pictures. It's maybe being self-obsessed. We've moved away from what photography was offering to the world when it actually started. Um, these moments to be shared with your future generations. These moments to be shared with your friends. We don't even know what all we give people, and you're actually with Positive Prime as well, and you can imagine what pictures do to people. Like, you're changing world around people with Positive Prime, and the pictures that just float. And these are pictures of those people who decided to either step in front of the camera or try to express whatever they wanted to. But so many other people are benefiting out of it by receiving the joy, or sometimes just like something like this. Even if you printed it and put it up, I think everybody in your house watching, passing by, would only find joy and figure out that there's this moment, or there's a part of your heart who feels like this, and words cannot express this. This cannot be replaced by end amount of words. You could write poetry and you could write a book on this feeling right now, Patty. But in seconds, what you can do, get through this to souls of people just with this one picture. It's the effect is unbelievable. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for stepping into playback, and Carmen and everybody else who decided to go and play back with the life and light and everything else. And I am very happy that you guys came in and embraced this. And if I can keep getting this to people, that there is one tool in your purse that can liberate you and that can make you free in your body, then a lot of good work is going to be done in the times that are changing now. And this is going to be a great tool in our pocket. It's not going to be this cumbersome thing and we just obsessed with taking that box fan pictures of ourselves. So we are freeing ourselves from the box. And thank you for taking this. It's just gorgeous. And I truly, truly believe that. And I'm telling you, more people who are going to see this, Patty, you will get this from them. When you step out with this picture, you're giving more than you're receiving at this moment with this picture. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. Anjana, I mean, she blew me away with this picture as well. And can we have her on? Anjana, I mean, anyway, when I spoke to you first and I heard you, I always saw, I mean, in my mind, when I was speaking to you on the phone for the project of the mothers, I saw that I'm talking to a very courageous woman. I'm talking to a woman who's very bold. I'm talking to a woman who is embracing situations in her life with so much boldness that I told you that you must come in the book because of so much boldness that you've faced in your life. And then, of course, it started, the self-portrait movement started for you, the self-portrait journey started for you, and that boldness that I could feel has finally reached in this picture right here. And I know for you to sit in your night suits I told you guys to do full length pictures, you're sitting in your night suits, you've never stepped out without lipsticks, you've never done any of those things. And here with your oily hair, you go ahead and say, it doesn't matter if my hair are oily, I've oiled my hair, I will still go ahead and do it. And look at the boldness with which you've embodied the whole thing. This is the woman I spoke to on the phone when I spoke to you for the first time. And she's actually come out boldly in her pictures. And I was like, oh my goodness, she did it. She came out and she expressed just the way she is. The stage is yours, Anjana. Please introduce yourself. Very, very proud of you. And thank you so much for stepping into your boldness and coming through this picture.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm Anjana Dhar from Bangalore, India. And believe me, this movement has brought so many changes in my life. For example, just taking this picture was, not for even a second have I thought that, it didn't even cross my mind that I have oiled my hair, and it was just that lighting. I was just lying down after oiling my hair, and that, it looked so beautiful, that light in my room. I said, it looks so beautiful, but how do I capture it? I mean, I just went, and you will not realize, but I don't know whether you can make out. I am actually lying down on the floor in this picture. And I just looked at myself, and I said, it looks perfect. It is what I'm thinking right now. And I just want to enjoy this sunlight. I'm a huge, that follower of being in sunlight the way you are. I said, I have to capture this, irrespective of how I look, it doesn't matter. And I think this is the change what the workshop has brought in me. I don't know about others, but every time I'm wherever I'm sitting, the first thing crosses my mind is not how I will look in the picture, but how am I feeling. And that is a transformation this workshop has actually helped me get into. My family is surprised. They say, Ma, what I mean, what do you, they don't understand. Let me tell you, they don't understand when I try to explain this to them, that it is how I am feeling, and I feel so good when now I'm not bothered about how I am looking. Because I think initially it was always, taking a photograph means how you look. You go immediately and try to zoom in and see how you look. I think I've stopped doing that a long time back now. And I know if my husband had to click photographs, he would have never ever done this, and he would have never sent these photographs, because I know it needs a lot of effort to understand what actually you mean when you say you have to express through photographs. And this is a medium which I think I have now become so used to expressing myself. And I sent a picture to my best friend. She said, yaar, ye kahan khincha hai? I said, where I have taken is not important. Just let me know what does come across when you see. She said, ha, you're looking okay. I said, no, I'm not talking about how I look. Can you make out how I feel? And she actually, she said, when I started looking at it, and then I realized, okay, we had spoken about these few things. You can actually see it in your face. I said, yeah, this is what I wanted you to tell me, because it was not about how I look. It is about what I feel. And I think the message which I want to give to everybody, whoever has not gone through this workshop, is please do. It's not about taking pictures. It's about yourself. I think you have to look at yourself from your own eyes, not from what others look you at. Don't see yourself from somebody else's eyes. See yourself from your own eyes, and I think it'll make you much, much happier. I have started to, stop paying attention to people saying, hey, yeah, Chan, you're not looking good in this photograph or whatever. I said, forget it. I think I'm looking okay, and I think this is what I wanted. Period. That's it. Thank you, Shikha. Thank you, Shikha, for making me part of that and making me realize the potential of self-portrait. Thanks a ton.
I just only get emotional when I see and hear all of you. I mean, just to feel this transformation, just to feel this light in reality, light within, and shine that light, and to be able to feel that, how that's the work. And of I mean, I'm just loss of words right now, but what you're saying, we step out and we talk, and we whenever we are stepping out and we're talking to people, and there's always some comments, and then we carry those comments, and we show those comments the way we are showing up, we talk. Just to drop that is so light. It feels so light in ourselves to just drop those comments, and not in a bad way that shoo away, go away, I don't want to hear this, but to say it's okay. You see the way you see it, but it matters the way I see myself. It matters the way I feel. It matters. And then your essence comes out, and then everybody can see that message. Just the fact that you feel light is a big achievement for me. My achievement is that. My achievement is this boldness. My achievement is that you have stepped in, and 100 of us are also stepping up to do that in that book. that book is going to have a ripple effect to many, many people. Thank you. This was beautiful. It was amazing. Thank you so much. And our superstar Devi is back as well. Devi, we were missing you. It was an unusual thing, as was telling everybody, that how is this possible that Devi is missing. So welcome back, Devi, because I hope everything is okay. But I'm going to take you back because we already did your picture. And here is Devi Prediger, one of the most loved people in our movement as well, joining in. And she has supported us tremendously with everything. And she is the first one to raise her hand, not only to help, but sometimes to step into uncomfortable situations. Devi, the stage is yours. And I was telling everybody, introduce yourself, what your message is, and how this process helped you. So the next 4-5 minutes are yours, and go ahead and talk.
Thank you so much. What a beautiful introduction. And yes, everything's fine. My sister-in-law just arrived, so we were just running late. So this process has been amazing. And part of the process that's been the most amazing is watching each one of the people really unfold. It's been such a beautiful process. And as you watch each person get braver and play, I feel like it's playing and get playing, then more playfulness comes out. And so the biggest thing that you helped me with, Shika, was remembering how beautiful the light is, and that light is inside each and every one of us. The light outside in the world is just helping us bring out that inner light. And it really hit home to me how much I miss that. And then the playfulness, and I'd just be watching all the time for, shadows and good light versus harsh light, and flattering light versus non-flattering light. And that I was a little preoccupied with other things that it was also happening. So I didn't always have a camera with me or my phone or whatever, or even the opportunity. And even in this photo, you can obviously tell I just got out of the shower. So my first instinct was, oh my goodness, look at that light. That's amazing. Those shadows are cool. I wonder if I could create something. And then I second guessed myself because my hair's not done. I have no makeup on, all of those things. And I just heard your voice say, it just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. And I just reached over and I took, I think, 2 shots, and I went, yeah, I'm going to post it. Even though you had kind of said that our deadline was up, I thought, I don't care. I want to show people that I'm playful. So that was it.
Your message to the world, Devi, that's very important. We have a stage right now for all of you. And I am not only introducing all of you in the pictures and the work that you've done, but what's your message to the world? Because it's very important for this to keep echoing through this movement, that these are real people with messages and impact making hearts. And please tell the world your message. But before you say that, I know that how you've embraced everything in the self-portrait, and all the things. See, when we explain ourselves, all the things that you mentioned, we didn't even see it. We didn't even see that you didn't have a lipstick on, makeup on, nothing on. But all of us see so much detail when we step into anything before we're doing it. So you just look stunning. This picture was amazing. It just spoke to us. It spoke. And I know that I've seen one of the pictures where this is the orange wall with the laptop, I think right next to it, and you work there or something. I just thought, oh, this is the same wall. So that's what happens, when you start seeing the pictures. I remember one of the pictures in which your laptop on the side, there was an orange wall. And this is the same wall, I think, that has that picture. But it's stunning, stunning, stunning. And we all love you a lot. So what's your message to the world, Devi?
Well, I think that's really interesting. You're absolutely right. This is where I work every day. And so that's what really helped me, just look around in our own surroundings and still see the beauty. And it was just like, I just turned my head and went, oh my goodness, look at that light. And my message for the world is that we all have this beautiful light inside of us, and it's up to us to let it shine out. The world needs each and every one of our lights.
Yes. Thank you, Debbie, for being you, and thank you so much. This show shouldn't have gone ahead without you being there. I'm glad you made it. And you were the first one to start. We had to reshuffle the entire thing because we didn't see you, but I knew you will make it. Debbie will make it. She will not back off. So unless something important. So next is we have Patty, we've done Anjana, Victoria is not here. She really wanted to make it, but she is not here. But on her behalf, and I met Victoria, again, I worked with Victoria one-to-one as well. And when I met her the very first day, she just started to cry after the session. She's like, you just made me realize that I'm so hard on myself, and all of us are so hard on ourselves. I did not realize it till now that I was just being hard on myself, because when she started, and I always see that because I laughed at her and with her when she said, you know what, why my pictures don't come out. And this was a very confident thing when she said, you know why, because I'm not photogenic. Look at the beautiful woman she is. And she's like, I'm not photogenic. And then she said, you know why I'm not photogenic? Actually, my family is not photogenic as well. So I was like, is the generation before also not photogenic? Please let me know. What all are you carrying so that you can keep criticizing yourself and your picture? And that's the way she realized. And I saw tears. And that was the day after that, she dropped it and she stepped into her power. And Victoria just crushed it. She kept on taking pictures after pictures of her yoga, of things, of the stuff. And she has a beautiful message of health to the world. And I said, how are women going to see? And there was another very beautiful moment. I was talking about the vision board, that I'm going to come up with a course of vision board and making those vision boards real with women's pictures themselves in it. Once they achieve it, they keep making the vision board real with their own pictures in it, and how to take those great pictures. And there was another set of tears in that session for her. And I said, what happened? Why are you like so emotional about it? And she said, my vision board had a workshop with 100 women and I just achieved it. So I was like, yeah, that's amazing. You did achieve 100 women in your workshop. That's amazing. She's like, you know what? When I took the picture, I stepped out of the picture. I was not myself in the picture. I decided to take the pictures of only those 100 women in the screen, but I did not take my own picture in it. But I was so much part of it. It was my, my dream come true. But I don't know why I was so hard on myself that I decided to not take mine. And I'm crying that I missed that moment of celebrating with them, being with them, embracing them right there. So we step out because of this heaviness and the chatter and everything. And that's where she stepped in and she's like, no more, I'm going to do that. I'm going to lead with this beautiful, beautiful face. I just love Victoria as well. She's just so gorgeous. And this is a picture. And she's not here, but I must tell you this, she's in a closet. She went inside the closet to get this kind of a light. And she's like, you know what? You need to sometimes, I was searching for the light. And where's the light going? She actually got inside a closet to get everything dark and just opened the door a little to get the light in. And then she got this. And with this one, this particular picture, she said, I was just laughing about something while doing it, and it didn't it just came by mistake, this picture. But I was like, oh, this is the picture. She's like, are you sure about it? This was not consciously shot. I said, exactly, that's why, because it was not consciously shot. And, she did it. And I see her, you get drawn to her when you see this. So she's in a closet at the age of 64, 65, I think. I don't know when we all stepped into our closets. I don't know how, Victoria, sorry, I'm telling your age. But the reason I'm telling is because being around all of you, I started to feel I'm a teenager. Like I've just hit 40 and I was like, wow, I'm hitting 40. But I started to feel like teenagers because I'm like, I want to be in a closet. I never thought of being in a closet to take a picture. And when that childlike thing emerges, Carmen is jumping, somebody is in the water, somebody is dancing, Anjana is with the oily hair. Debbie stepped out of the shower and all of us are just doing that. And then you're in the closet and can you see what a beautiful picture this is? So Victoria, when you see the replay, our love for you, and I'm so proud of you. I show these pictures to my husband, and my husband thinks my work is coming there. So all of you as an artist are also helping me express, because I'm not getting an opportunity to pick up my camera, and I'm very emotional about it. We're leading this project, my camera is on the side, but when I see all of you taking the pictures with my help, I feel I'm still shooting. So thank you, thank you, thank you for all of you doing this. And it makes me very full and very satisfied as an artist as well. When my husband looks at it, it's because he very easily doesn't compliment. So he just told me that it seems that you've taken all these pictures. You've met these women and you've taken these pictures. So that's a good compliment coming from my husband. And then we are going to go next to another superstar of ours who also embraced it. She's actually a superstar. She's actually an actor in Bollywood, and she's done a lot of advertisements. And Farida is absolutely yet another very very loved person for me. I feel a lot of warmth, and when I interviewed her as well, she and I are the same kind of moms. We realized definitely we had a lot of common way of dealing with the way we were dealing children, and our interview was very emotional, and she had stepped up into into her part in the interview and decided at that time. I remember Farida, you telling me a night before the interview, she's like, you know what, I was supposed to say something else, but I will say something else tomorrow. Is that okay? And I'm like, absolutely. She has said, I'm going to say something that I've not told anybody ever in the interview that we're going to have tomorrow after talking to you. And that was the first time she stepped into herself, and she spoke about things that she had not spoken to anybody about. And from there on was her journey starting to accept herself, her life. And then she's here with the self-portrait. And she was the most animated of us because she's an actor. She knows how to get expressions. She knows how to do that. And Farida, the stage is all yours. And we just want to know your journey. It was interesting, and you must tell people that in spite of being an actor, how still we carry the self-image and still scares us. So the stage is all yours. I'm going to mute myself. Sorry for my background. Both my kids are fighting. I'll have to just step in to see it. Farida, you speak. I'm just going to come.
You have to unmute yourself, Frida.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. See, so much for being on stage all the time. So what I want to say is that I really want to thank Shika for putting me through this workshop, because I wasn't planning to do this workshop at all. And she called up, I think, the day before and said, you know what, I'm just putting your name there. You've got to do this workshop and it's going to be really, really fun. So just come over. So I joined the workshop, and things really changed for me in that workshop. First of all, like she said, I am an actor, so I have been facing the camera for years now. And but it's always somebody else who's thinking about what I should be doing and shooting about, and telling me, okay, this is what we want and this is what you need to be doing. This is the first time I have realized that I can decide what to put in front of the camera and that I can do the pictures. I have never thought that I can click pictures in my entire life. Okay, despite facing the camera all the time, I have issues with my body. Like I tell Shika, I think of my double chin, I think of my stomach, and I'm like, oh my God, look at this, tuck it in, push it in, But I have realized that something has shifted in me post this workshop, and I am more easy on me. I am, even when I am shoots, I am criticizing myself a lot all the time, and I've realized that I am kind of dropping that criticism a lot, and that is really, really, really good for me. It kind of helps me feel my work better when I am working. So this picture, what do I say about this picture? I didn't really think this is the picture that I really want, because in fact, one more thing about the self-portrait workshop, I was really, really struggling about what is it that I want to put across, and what is it that I want to really portray in that picture. And when Shika, you broke us into those small groups, and Debbie was leading me and Anjana, and the things that Debbie said and the way she led us into it smoothly was so good. It really put so many thoughts in my mind and got my mind ticking. Those 5 days, my mind worked overtime on what I really wanted out. And what I want, I think, is in my head. I'm hoping we will be able to conceptualize it and put it out. But for this workshop, I thought I didn't have a picture, and Shika sent this picture saying, I really love this picture of yours. And when I look at this picture, I really, really like it because, ever since my interview, one of the areas that I haven't been looking at or have, it's a core part of me, but I haven't really brought it out, is vulnerability. And all the while, ever since that interview, I have been talking about vulnerability. So whenever somebody is asking me for my message, I want to help women through women's circles and young adults to really truly accept their vulnerability and feel themselves so that they can break down their barriers, break down the walls, and shine and be what they are and who they are. And I feel when I look at this picture that it really shows me, I really look vulnerable in this picture. There is no facade, there is no pretense, there is just me with that childlike innocence and vulnerability. And that's what I really, really love about this picture, Shika. So thank you so much for bringing this picture and saying, yeah, look at this picture, because I would have never looked at it. I would have never looked at it if you hadn't seen it and said, this year there is a picture you can look at. So I mean, yeah, that's it. I've really, really enjoyed this process. And one more thing that I have learned is the light. The shadows and the lights that I never looked at. This picture that I've taken is at the windowsill of my house. This is the house I grew up in. These are the lights and shadows I've seen all my life. I have never ever clicked a picture in front of this windowsill, ever. This is the first time I took this picture and I'm like, oh my God, these shadows and the way the lights fall in looks really, really gorgeous. And it's so natural. I mean, I don't really need anything, to take a picture if I wanted to. So these are the few things that really I have learned through this workshop. And I'm really grateful to you, Shika, to have put me through this workshop. Yeah. So thank you. Thank you, everybody. I love you all.
Thank you so much. I'm sorry I'm jumping in and out. I think I'm testing patience for my son who's woken up, and I told you that my husband is not around. And he just woke up 5 minutes before the workshop started. So it's been some time that he needs something to eat and everything. So I'm just dropping whatever I can. But as I'm leading a movement of mothers, we must do what we must do while juggling in the middle of it. He's going to be okay. This is special. We're going to be fine. But I must say this, that when I saw this picture, I just the gaze was so amazing, and it has so much emotion in that gaze that I just could not I wanted, sometimes I'm just waiting. I'm like, okay, let me see, that they have got the picture, so I don't interfere right when. So till the end, I was letting you tell me that which is the picture, what's the picture, how is it, this, that. I was letting you tell me that you should know that you have a picture. And then you're sweet enough to go yesterday as well, and you tried more pictures yesterday, saying that, okay, let me try one more time. I don't think I've got a picture. And then I send this to you and I say, this is your picture, and this is how this picture should be. But this is just the beginning. And I also feel your career as in your career as an actor also, a lot of things will free up. And you will only rise as an actor, because even carrying this, somebody else's instructions, but our freedom and our will combined together is going to be a great creative process as well. So you're just awesome. And I told you, we're just 2 hours away. I'm going to see you very soon. I'm going to start meeting all these moms and checking in.
Can I say one more thing? What I also feel is that when you're truly honest with what you are, the camera really makes you shine. And I feel this picture is so honest and so deep and true that it really shows everything different about it. Yes. I really like it.
And it's the beginning. It's the beginning. We're going to make your picture happen for the book. You have something in your mind. You're going to watch it. I don't know. I mean, right now this is happening. When the book is out, we all are going to be very happy. I'm sure all the process is going to be great. Okay, we have yet another. I just love Sarah so much, and she knows it. Totally love her. I love her enthusiasm. I love everything about her. But in spite of all the enthusiasm, Sarah, as long as I know her now, has this very, very gentleness about her. And she does pottery, and she has a beautiful retreat where meditation, pottery, rejuvenation, everything happens. And Sarah, I've been telling my husband that that's definitely on one of the when I'm visiting everyone, she's one of the first few people I'm going. I cannot resist not meeting you with your pictures. And you stepped into my workshops before, but not self-portrait. You stepped into iPhone photography, and you were the 50th mom, and we danced together when we reached the 50th mom mark. Apart from that, your message of press pause is there. And when this picture came, Sarah, I found you the way I saw you inside. I'm like, here comes Sarah. This is the Sarah I know. I know she jumps around a lot. I know she's doing a lot of dancing. I know she's yippee and all that is happening. But she is this very gentle, calm, composed person inside. And with your pottery and stuff that you do, when I see you working, I see this really gentle person at work. And when this picture came out, I was like, here goes Sarah stepping into her essence. The stage is yours, Sarah. I really love you, and thank you for embracing self-portrait workshop.
Thank you, Shika. Wow, thank you. I love you too. I think you're absolutely amazing. And I think each one of the women in here is absolutely amazing. I agree that watching the journey of each of us as we went through the workshop was particularly fulfilling and enlightening and inspiring, and watching everybody else play with light and play with pictures and try different things and post about it really encouraged me to go out and do the same thing, to play with the light. And this a similar story to each of the ladies here. This is in my kitchen and the sun coming in the morning in this photo, and it just fell on my face and it felt so good. And you learn to look for the shadows and you look for the light, and all of those pieces were here this morning. And it was just it was a beautiful morning, and it was just a moment where I just soaked in the sun and took a deep breath and really had a moment of meditation with myself, where I got to feel the calm and feel the sun and feel the light. And it was a beautiful moment. During the workshop, and as we went through it, one of the exercises that Shika had us do was to post 5 pictures of women that we really admire. And so that was an interesting experience for me, because I posted them and I do totally admire them. And it's funny that you find these pictures of people and we look at the pictures of each other, and we're not criticizing other people. We're not criticizing the pictures that I don't look at any of your pictures or any of the pictures that I found of the women that I admired, and I didn't cut them down. I didn't look for any wrinkles. I didn't look for any faults. But yet when we look at our own pictures, that's exactly what we do. And as we moved through that exercise, Shika challenged us to put our own portrait in with the 5 pictures of the women that we admire. And that was really one of the most enlightening moments for me in the workshop. And I don't know if any of it, I think a couple of us did add our pictures to the 5 portraits. I haven't done that for mine yet, but it really opened my eyes to realize how much I do criticize myself in my photos. And that's changed for me as a result of this workshop. And that's been really wonderful. And like the other ladies have said, it's more about the feeling and letting go of that picture perfect smile that we all get at some point. This is another exercise that Shika walks us through, is when in our life did we start making that exact same smile in every single picture, where you say cheese and that smile comes out, and it's the same photo every single time. And it's the candid moments, and it's the moments in the light, and it's the moments when you're feeling and you're laughing and you're enjoying each other's company, or you're enjoying the moment, where the feeling really comes out, and you feel that when you see it in a picture. So I really enjoyed the whole process of taking this workshop. And I would say that my message to the world is to be present. Really take the time to be present in the moments in your life. Be present with the people in your life, and be present. Press pause. Take the time to live in the moment and enjoy your life. And that's all I really have to say. Thank you so much, Shika, for this wonderful workshop. And it's been an honor to be in this workshop with each one of you ladies. And I look forward to seeing all of the pictures that come from this moment on. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah. When you were talking, I remembered about the box thing, and when we started smiling, and you had told me that you remember that you're smiling since you're 5 years old, just the same way. I remember in the workshop you had mentioned 5 or 6 when you were practicing your smile in front of the mirror. And then I saw your pictures with your children laughing about something. Oh my God, those took my breath away. I was like so happy to see those pictures when you were just like laughing and being free. And as I always say with Carmen as well, whenever she's with her partner, there's this light that comes in, and it's very obvious that she can feel safe. And when we start doing that, the amount of gifts we are giving to our children, not that box picture, hundreds of those. I really don't want to die one day on my dead thing, and then my children open up my computer and they realize, my God, my mother laughed just the same way for like 30 years of her, 40 or whatever years of her life. She's like, because they will forget who we are and oily hairs, and they will forget a lot of things, and we will forget what it was: short hair, long hair, bad hair, good hair, everything, craziness, laughing.
Yeah.
So I definitely want to add that to the albums of our families to cherish, because we do like to hold on to memories when our children grow up and they're gone, or when we are gone from this world. We leave behind some pictures for people to hold on to or attached to us. So those pictures were beautiful. It made me laugh. The way you guys were laughing, it made me laugh. I really wanted to know what the joke is all about. It was that inviting, that picture. I wanted to be right next there and laughing with you guys. So thank you for that. And you're you don't know this and you don't believe this, but you are a very inspiring person. And yesterday when you stepped in, run for moms as well, and walked with snowshoes with your mom, I mean, that's totally inspiring. I'm like, what are you talking about, Shikha? She just did 4 kilometers with that snowshoes on. I'm in this heat and I'm unable to do 2 kilometers, and I want to run back. But I was not well as well. But I will beat that score, Sarah, for sure. I will, just because you walked 4 kilometers on snow, I will at least do it on the ground here in this heat where I can do it easily. And here is the last picture. I always have to be the last one to put myself in. This is a recent picture just taken last week when I was on vacation and I was sitting. And like Carmen, I just like to close my eyes and just keep feeling the light. That's very me. You'll always see my eyes shut and feeling the light. And I was just sitting. I had told the kids to leave. I was like, go with your dad to the breakfast. I just want to take a breather. And, I was doing juggling so much. I'd met my friends after a year. And I was just sitting. And I put the camera on. And then I saw this light on my hair. And I'm like, here you come right next to me, embracing me again. And I wanted to just embrace that moment. And that's how this picture was taken. I always try to use the latest one just a few days back when I was on a trip. And I was trying to embrace and be with the light. And, nothing really, just this beam of light in the body coming in, I'm sitting there. And why I keep telling people that this is a very healing process. And then when you can feel it and then you can see it, when you take a picture right there and you can feel it and then you can see it, something comes back to you and you get this strength to move forward and say that, world, there is light. And I'm obsessed with it. I'm very known for never sitting in a restaurant in the middle of the restaurant. I will always go and sit near the window. I will always look for the window. My husband, he's like, this is a better table, this is a bigger one. I was like, no, the one which is near the light is where. It's like, some insects who just keep going towards the light. I'm definitely one of them. So this picture is a recent one. I purposely don't use my professional cameras. I don't use my professional techniques. I just become one of the women who knows nothing but self-criticism about herself. And then she goes and steps into it, just like a mom who's always criticizing herself. And then I try to step into that place and take pictures. So this picture is also just taken in a moment, just like that, to embrace light, to remind myself that light is what we need. And I've been telling people that, in this today's online world, we're talking about content, niche, domination, we're talking about everything. But the only thing we need is a heart full of life and our self full of light. And we just need to show up with these two contents together, and everything will fall in place. Everything will fall in place. The niche, the content, the technique, the strategy, we will exactly know. Because without these two elements of not having the light within and the courage to let it shine, we need the courage to let that light shine. The minute we get the courage for that light to shine, and we can bring our hearts together and merge it, I don't think we need strategy. We just need to keep moving forward with our heart. And that's what this movement is going ahead. Till the time I was stuck in strategy, I was very stuck. The day I was like, my light, my heart, my message, let's go. And things are just unfolding at a pace that I never even thought it will. So here is our 8 superstars from the batch. We have 131 comments to go through if we go back, and everybody who's watching through and through, thank you so much for supporting it, really supporting these women who stepped into their power. And I am so thrilled. I'm so thrilled, and I'm so excited, and I'm so happy that they have. And I only wish that they do not stop from here. I only wish that they can just show the shades that they have, feel the emotions that they have, feel the light, and keep stepping up this whole thing. And look at this, just look at this. Who can say that these are just pictures done by women who first stepped in with selfie kind of a picture and now stepped into their power and leaving from this workshop? And that's why the showcase is important, to tell the world and them that you're just so gorgeous. Thank you so much. I'm going to stop the screen before we stop the live. And thank you everybody who's been here. And I just feel very full after doing the showcase. And the third workshop is coming in. We are going to get more women, and the exciting part is when they step into it, when they come in and then they step in and the showcase happens. I'm getting goosebumps releasing you all. It's like putting the pigeons for some times inside and then opening the windows and telling them, go back again, but with lighter feathers, and just fly and go to the light and embrace it. Thank you. Anybody who wants to say anything before we leave, and then we will stop. Everybody's been watching for long. My children are waiting. Somebody wants to say anything before we leave, or we all are speaking?
Thank you so much. Love you.
Love
you all.
Right. Thank you. We're going to stop the live and thank everybody who's participated and given those comments. We will go back and we will reply to your comments. Your love. And all the ambassadors, you guys rock. The third batch is coming for you. The first batch are always going to be ambassadors. They're always going to be in the Zoom calls supporting every batch that comes in. So thank you so much. Some of them are here supporting us. I'm going to stop live. None of you leave because I want to say a final goodbye to all of you personally. And then the live is off and we will